Hi, welcome. This is a training on how to access the text-to-speech on a Chromebook. Now, there are several ways to access text-to-speech on a Chromebook, but the easiest way for us is to use a Chrome extension called Select and Speak. You can see it up here. This has been pushed out to all student Chrome accounts in the Francis House School District so that it will just appear on the Google Chrome toolbar at the top of the screen when the student logs in. Now, to get started, the student will first select the text that they wish to have read aloud. I'm just going to highlight it here. And then they're going to click on the Select and Speak icon in their toolbar. Now, before I do that, I want you to notice that right now it looks like a play button. It will toggle between play and pause while it's speaking.
Text-to-speech can allow individuals to access print information in a different way. This is especially helpful for people who are auditory learners.
I turned it on pause, and now I'm going to click play again.
It's also great for those who process information better if they can hear it.
The student can also change the voice and the rate of
Text-to-speech.
can change the voice and rate of speech by right-clicking, not clicking, right-clicking on the extension icon and then selecting options. So from this screen, you can see that if you have the settings tab selected at the top, you can change the voice. You can also change the reading speed. So that's nice. Now you may want to go ahead and pause the video right now and just give this a try. So the other way to access text-to-speech on a Chromebook is through the Chromebook's settings menu. So I'm going to minimize this browser window. This is the settings menu. I already had it pulled up, but I'm going to close it so that you can see how to get there. So just so that you know, I personally do prefer that first option of using the Select and Speak extension, but you may choose to use this option if maybe you lose Wi-Fi connectivity because Chrome extensions really don't work properly without Wi-Fi, but this option will. So to turn on what they call Select and Speak or Select to Speak on a Chromebook, you will click on the icon at the bottom right. You will then find this settings cogwheel. It's at the bottom left of the pop-up menu. That will launch your settings menu window. You have to scroll. I'm going to use this on the side. We're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of the settings menu. You're going to click at the bottom on Advanced. Then you're going to scroll down some more to the very bottom. And then you're going to find accessibility. It is the second to the last item that's listed. Now, once you're here, I will highly recommend that you turn on the feature that says always show the accessibility options in the systems menu. This will keep you from having to go through all these steps again. And if you look down here and I press that icon at the bottom right of my screen, accessibility just shows up in that menu and it's a lot easier to find. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my settings menu and my accessibility. And then I'm going to click where it says Manage Accessibility Features. From that list, under Text to Speech, I'm going to select Enable Select to Speak. Now, when I enable that, you'll see below it, Open Select to Speech Settings. So in Select to Speak settings, I have options for speech like selecting a voice, speech rate, speech pitch. I also have options for highlighting, whether or not it highlights each word as it's spoken, and then the color that's used while it's highlighting. So to be able to use Select and Speak, I'm going to go back to a place where I have text. And I'm going to need to know, I'm going to have to press down the search button on my actual keyboard while I click on top of some text. So I'm going to show you what that search button looks like in case you're not familiar. It is a button that lives just above the Shift key on the left side of your keyboard. And it looks like a little magnifying glass on top of that key. So you're going to be pressing down on that button while you are clicking on some text. Now I will tell you this may take a minute because my system's unhappy with my recorder playing, so it may take just a minute, but I promise it will happen. Give it just a second to think about it. Normally it does not take this long at all.
This recognition speaks to the effort, resilience, and collaboration of our students, parents, and staff as we continue to work together to create a great educational experience.
Now, I pushed that search button again to pause it. I could also have pushed the control button to pause it, and that would have done the same thing. So that's it. You now have some additional options that will allow students and staff to have access to print materials in a way that is most meaningful to them. So thank you so much and have a great day.